Welcome, welcome. See if this is going live. Hello, hello. If you're tuning in, say hi. Where's that silly dog? There she is. The dog that wants attention. She's moving around. Hello. All right, let's see if we've got this going. So if you are tuning in, tell us something good. What is something good that has happened to you this last week? We made it through all the snow. There's a lot of snow. Let's see, new year, wrong button. There we go. Hopefully we're live in the right spots. Share to something. Here we go. Copy. Hello. Here we go. There we go. Yes. Technology, y'all. Technology. So this is the new group. And there's reasons why we have a new group. Facebook has been wonky over the last couple of years. And I was just done. I was like, why can't we ever get this stuff to work? So let's see. No, wrong button. Wrong button. There we go. We are on. Hello, hello, welcome. All right. Now I can be on here with you. So, hello, Becky. Becky's on. Welcome, welcome. All right. So I'm going to plug my phone in. I have comments on here. Since I'm on a Zoom here, obviously I can't see your stuff. So that's why I use my phone. But we keep these trainings about 30 minutes. So that's my goal. I don't keep you guys all night, but this is your chance. If you have any questions, drop them below, right? And I will answer as many as I can while we're live. They can pertain to what we're talking about, or you can also message me with the questions as well. So, all right, here is our presentation. Let's see if I can push this and not mess something up. So hello, hello. All right, let me hide my face so I'm not staring at myself. I don't know, that's like in Zoom world, like I sit and stare at myself the entire time, but it is the first Tuesday in 2023. So super excited for the new year and all of the cool things. Da-da-da-da. Trying to figure out, there we go. Okay, all of the cool things for this year, like it's going to be a great year. But tonight, it's 2023, right? Let's see. But if you haven't met me, my name is Jen Gear. I have been in network marketing since 2001. How old was I? 21. And I've been with Paparazzi since 2011, but in network marketing, I guess since 2006. I've been dabbling, but between here and there. Hi, Retta. Hello. But tonight's main topic is about planning, whether you use it for New Year's, because everything's new year, new you, all of that thing. I think this is stuff we could do on June 1st if we wanted to, and it would be fun. So let's get going. First, what I want to do though is celebrate. I love celebrations. So the more that we praise and celebrate, there's more in life to praise and celebrate. So let's celebrate a lot, all of the things. So are you guys ready for some celebrations? Here we go. These are our birthdays for the month of January. If you know these ladies, say happy birthday. These are the people that I have access to their birthdays in January. So if yours is in January and I don't have you up there, shoot me a message and we'll make sure we get it next time. We got, if you did not know, I don't know what this button is. Okay. Paparazzi, during your birthday month, when you're a consultant, you get a birthday present. As long as you order $50 or more during your birthday month, they will shoot this necklace out to you. So they do something different every year. And I always look around. I have all my other ones in a pile over there. But this year is the necklace. I have to wait till September to get mine. But everybody will get this as long as you order during your birthday month. Okay. So make sure you order. and they'll ship it with your stuff. I want to do happy anniversaries. So during the month of January, Blanca is 5 years, y'all, 5 years. Carla's 4 years. Karen Caraway is 3 years. Christine is 2 years, and Beth is 2 years. So congratulations. Super glad you're part of our team. This business, we all have good days and we have bad days. And when you keep going, it is amazing. So congrats if you've ordered so far during the month of January. I have not updated this yet. I helped a friend's mom move today. So me and the kids have been gone all day. So congratulations though. Retta says it's 50 PV or more. Yes. So if you order 50 PV or more, did it say $50? Let me look, Retta, because I copied it straight. I copied it straight from Paparazzi. So I will double check if it's $50 or more, but I don't think it's 50 PV, because 50 PV would be a lot. Like that'd be $150. So I want to say it's $50 because PV for me is $3 a piece. Yeah, we'll double check that, Retta. Hey, Karen. I was going to say, I copied that. Is that a typo? We'll double check though. Thanks for bringing that up, babe. All right. So there's build your business incentives as well. So lots of fun things to cover. This is the one that I am going to do for those of you that are in my team, and anybody can participate. So if you're in my team and I can see your stuff, you got a screenshot. If you watch these videos replays on YouTube, you can email me because I send out a weekly email, or you can shoot me a text message. But if you're in this group, which I hope everybody gets to be part of this new group, and then we can just comment there. But you get one personal sponsored is a $10 back office credit, 2 personal sponsored, 25, 3 personal sponsored is 50 plus surprise happy mail. And I love to send happy mail for those of you that know me. Personal business building. This is you ordering from the company jewelry, right? You order 50 PV, you get 1 entry for every 50 PV to win $50 in jewelry, but you have to comment in order to win. So I've had in the past, I've been doing paparazzi for over 11 years, and I've had people crazy enough upset with me when I sent them free prizes in the mail. So I don't do that anymore. So if you want to win, you just have to participate and play. That's it, right? Crazy. But if you did not know, Paparazzi does have their January incentive, which is the display tote. You get this inside your kit. So if they order any size kit, they will get one of these bags. You guys want to know something super exciting, and maybe some of you know this, so I'm going to stop sharing because this is intense. I figured this out today. So if any of you have known this before me, great, I'm happy. But I learned today that anybody that did not cancel their paparazzi account, meaning say they quit 3 months ago and they want to get signed up again, right? They can say their account was closed 3 months ago. That's because they hadn't ordered in over a year. Say their account closed 9 months ago and they're waiting for their 1 year mark so they can get restarted. They can get restarted during the month of January. Yep. They just have to call Paparazzi and Paparazzi will get them re-signed up. But if their account was canceled or they called and had their account canceled, then no, they cannot sign up for a year. Bye. So keep that in your mind and let everybody know that possibly might want to re-sign up. Okay. I don't know. I heard about it and I was really excited. So you guys let me know if you already knew that and I didn't know. All right, let's see. All right, so, and they can get this kit as well. Let's go the other way. All right, did anybody else know that or is that just me? So this bag, this paparazzi bag, if you have one of these, so maybe you are a consultant that's been selling for a little while and you have one of these bags, I encourage you to show it off, take a selfie with it, post some pictures with it and let people know. You know, it's so crazy how many people would love to join you if you just mention it, if you just say something, if you just talk about it, they will want to join you. They do. So also coming up is the Paparazzi Passport. This starts January 8th is week 1. And then the following week is week 2. Paparazzi does these. And these are absolutely amazing. If you have not heard about this, they usually release it in June or July. So you can hear about it June, July, August. It just depends. The last few years, as y'all have known, have been wonky. So these pictures that you see are in Cancun and the Dominican Republic. And what Paparazzi Passport is a way to give back to the less fortunate. And Paparazzi's been going to the Dominican the most lately because they actually sponsor orphanages there, and they go in and they help. And they basically, you are on vacation for a week, and one of those days is a give back day, and you go and you volunteer, and you either paint, clean, do whatever needs to be done. And it is absolutely a phenomenal trip. They do this every year in January. These are, like I said, some of the pictures that I've been on. It is just a tremendous way to give back. Plus, I will tell you, it's a great vacation to go hang out with your friends or take your hubby. Yeah, there's my hubby. And give back for the day, at least one of the days. So the Empower Me Pink is coming up. You see, you guys, there's a lot of stuff on here. Holy buckets. So the Empower Me Pink is back, and the tour is on the road. So that starts February 2nd through February 11th. And these Paparazzi's been doing for quite a few years. I think 2016 was the photo I could find. I don't know if they did it before that year, but I think that was my first one I went to. And I've gone every year since. This year, I'm not able to go this year due to some gymnastics things that are going on the same weekends and all of that. So for those of you that are going to the EMP, definitely reach out, share a few things, anything that you can share, and let us know something that you might have learned or something that was an aha. But for those of you that don't know what Empower Me Pink is it's kind of like a mini paparazzi convention. And they do it in February. Convention is held in August, the first week of August. And you learn a lot. I think, for the super affordable ticket, it's 3 hours of just jam-packed training. It is so much fun to go to and to be around all of just friends and people. And again, it's a mini trip. I don't know. Sometimes I just like life mini vacations, y'all. You'll be making, oh, good for you, Retta. All right. So, two new team members. We want to shout out Angela Ruth from Washington. She is a new team member in December, so congratulations. And congratulations to Retta for adding the new team member in December. Rockin' Retta. If you haven't met Retta yet, she's absolutely amazing. All right, so now we are going to tune into our training. Are you guys all ready? Training. So here we go. So our training tonight, like we chatted, was about planning. Now, if you don't make a plan, then you plan to fail. Now, everybody in our industry is on different levels. Everybody has a different idea of what they really want or where they want to go with this business. And mine, I've been doing it for 11 years and it's changed all the time. It's always changing. Like, do I want to do this? Do I want to do this? So you will have a business that goes like this, right? It's totally normal. No matter what you do, no matter what job you have, you're going to have this and this. But if you're not going to plan, like, for example, if we're not going to plan to go to convention, then convention will get here before we know it. And we'll be like, I don't have any money put away. I can't go. But you knew about it, right? And you said last year you were going to go. If you don't plan for it, you're not going to go. So if you don't plan, then you plan to fail. Okay. So I'm telling you, if you want to do something, you got to plan for it. You do. And you got to break it down. Okay. So this is some tips here is talking about, you want to set your schedule. You want to set your business schedule and you want to plan out what you're going to do. Okay. So you're going to plan out that maybe you have a day job that you work 8 to 5. Okay. Standard 8 to 5 job. Okay. Monday through Friday. You're going to work in the evening, an hour or 2 hours a night, doing live shows or bagging your jewelry or learning how to post or how to do reels or what have you. Or you're going to get up before you go to work and do it. Completely up to you. Depending on how much money you want to make out of paparazzi, you got to put in the effort and the time. But set your schedule, set everything down, sit and plan out. I like to plan out the year. A lot of people think I'm crazy. You should see my in-laws when I'm like, what are we doing for Christmas next year? Right? Are you going to be home in October next year so I can come travel to see your house? It's stuff like that. And they think I'm wonky. But if you plan, you're going to do it. If you don't plan, you're not going to do it. Something will come up. There will never be enough money put away or what have you, or kids or what. You guys know what I'm getting at because it totally happens. But if you have it, write it down, schedule it out, plan it out, whether it's a week, 2 weeks, a month. The more you do that, the easier your life will get. I promise you. But set your daily plan for your family, for your traditional job, for take breaks, set your lunch dates, reach out to your upline and say, hey, can we have lunch this week? Or can we have a coffee date? Or can we go out for a cocktail this evening or something like that? Reach out. Here's a huge one. Don't message people back unless it's during your working hours. So if you work on your paparazzi business, right? Like, I swear I work all the time on my paparazzi business, but if someone texts me at 8 p.m. at night, I won't respond. I don't respond to them till the next morning. And it's usually after 8 o'clock the next morning. My basic working hours are 8 to 8, sometimes 8 to 6, depending on that. I don't do a lot of commenting on things after 8 o'clock at night, because what happens is people are like, oh, Jen's up, I'm going to message her at midnight. Yep. No, because if you message me at midnight, I'm messaging you at 4:30 in the morning when I wake up. So it works both ways. But set your working hours, y'all. If you don't, you know what, you'll be like, I'm so burnt out, I don't want to do this anymore, because you're working 24 hours a day. But if you had a traditional job where I always think like Walmart, I don't know. I always think, well, like Walmart, where you push around the cart and you shop for everybody, would be a fun job. It's just something like totally me, right? But if you do something like that, they're going to have you required to work, say 10 to 2. Well, if your paparazzi business, if you're like, I'm going to do this paparazzi business 10 hours a week, pick those hours, 2 hours, 5 days a week, but pick those hours and work your business during those 2 hours. Stay off your phone, stay off your other stuff, unless it's for your business, right? But you want to grow, schedule your business, schedule your time with your family, friends, all of that stuff. Your calendar is so, so important. And guard your free time, you guys. Guard that time where you're at the beach with your family. Sit there and be present, right? Stay off your stuff. Go do your things with them. Plan that time to be with your family. I promise you, it's gonna be 10 times better, okay? So on that calendar, we're going to schedule our family appointments, our trips, our free time, our training, our selling, our working, our events, our education. Just a few. Can you guys name anything else? Hey, Becky Thompson. Hey, Angie and Jake. It's Angie. Okay. I read that quick. Hello, hello. But schedule this. What else could we add to this schedule, you guys? What about like creativity time? I know that there are days that I'm way more creative than other days. Some days I just feel like, bleh, I don't want to do anything. But other days I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. This is cool. Did you know if you schedule and time block 90 minutes to just do creative stuff, which could be your Facebook Reels, it could be creating flyers to give to your customers, it could be just fun things, images that you're going to post, or researching images that you're going to post, whether it's for your business or if you have a team and you're building your team, right? 2 hours a day to work. Nice job, Becky. Retta says I need to plan better. Retta, I think we need a coffee date or a cocktail date or a lunch date. I wanted to show you guys an example of my calendar. Now, this is a work in progress over the last probably 3 years, no joke. And I've tweaked it so many times. I was tweaking it again today because my schedule has changed. It always changes, right? Kids didn't go to school today, so you have to adjust when you can get your things done and what's most important. Now, I use Google Calendar. For years, I was stuck on a traditional hand calendar, and you could be too. It's whatever works for you, but I'm going to show you what works for me right now, okay? So off to the right, left, off to the left, your other right, right? These are my different kind of calendars. I have Casper events. So where I live, I search out events and see what's going on for the year. And I put them in my event calendar because in the back of my head, I'm thinking, could I have a booth there? Right? Okay. So I put all the Casper events that I would be interested in having a booth at or attending. Okay. I have my bills for my family on there. So if I click on that, it shows all my bills that are due on and when they're due each month, because they usually repeat, right? I have my business tasks, things I have to do for my blingy paparazzi business. Gary Joe is a girl that I work for, so I do stuff for her. Gear Family, that's our family. When we have doctor's appointments, when we have gymnastics, basketball, all the things, school functions, all of that, it's under there. JB Warriors is Jewelry Box Warriors. That's you guys. This is all the stuff that I schedule out or plan to do with you guys, the team. Keller Williams, because I'm a real estate agent. That one has all my real estate duties. My business page, I don't use reminders. Shoppers group, that's my customer shoppers group. And TC, I also do paperwork for some other real estate agents. So I separate them all into categories, right? And you can create as many calendars as you want. It definitely gets wonky and crazy, but you can edit them at any time. The one thing I love about calendars, you guys, is you can drag and drop and move things around. That's what I love about Google calendars versus handwriting them, but that's me, okay? This next one, oh, I guess it's over here. You can have, the cool thing about a Google calendar is anybody can get Google, right? It's on your phone and you can edit it here or on your computer. I'd rather have my computer than my phone, but you can repeat the things. You can edit descriptions and fill in the description. You can move from day to day by just dragging. So it just takes a little bit to learn. Are you going to screw stuff up? Absolutely. Does anybody else? Let me know if you guys use what kind of calendar do you use? Let me know. And if you don't use one, just say, I don't use one. It's totally cool. Believe me, it took me years to perfect this for me. And it's fine. And I still tweak stuff, but let me know what kind of calendar you use. All right. This is my shoppers group one. So you can see, so here's a hint. Let me go back one. So you see here that these are green and these are red. So the green means, what does the green mean to you guys? Money, money. Red means no money. That's how my brain works. Green means go, red means stop. So all these little dots that are green mean that I've already scheduled these and I've already prepared for these items. The red means I haven't got it done and I need to get it done. So I color code all these little dots. The time means what time I schedule that to post inside our team group, because this is our team calendar, okay? So at 5:12 in the morning, a post gets scheduled to our team group, okay? That's what the green and red mean. That was something I learned like a couple years ago. It was great. Let me go back to the next one. So you can see on this one, this is my shoppers group. I have a lot to do. I'm a little behind, honestly. I have Tip Tuesday, right? I have funny day of the week. I have invite your friends is the only one that's done this week. So I'm a little behind on my stuff. So me seeing all this red means I need to get some of this done. Now I use a scheduling software called Cinch Share, and I've used it for probably, I don't know, 7 or 8 years. And it's pretty easy to use. It does have an annual fee, but it's completely worth it to me because I know how to use it and it's quick and easy. Facebook does have their scheduling software and it's free, so you can use that if you like. But again, it's up to you. Try different scheduling stuff, because if you sit down on a Sunday and you schedule out your posts, maybe you schedule out your reels, because I read somewhere that Facebook is now going to allow us to schedule our reels. But I use scheduling mainly for my VIP group, my business pages, and my team group. That's where most of the time the scheduling gets to go out. So I sit, and usually on a Sunday, I spend a couple hours and schedule out for as long as I can. So I have those 2 hours on a Sunday to do as much as I can. So I might get done with 2 weeks. I might get done with 2 months. It just depends on how, I don't know, how my day that day, I guess, my mojo. So awesome. Okay. Ready uses her paparazzi planner. Awesome. Cool. Okay. I like that one too. I got that one too. But traditional calendars, some tips there. Here's a huge statistic. I don't know what the number is, but you will remember more if you handwrite it down in a traditional calendar. I remember more because it's on my refrigerator and I wrote it down. Okay, so we do have a calendar on our fridge for our family activities or anything that we have to be at. But this is a tip with traditional calendars. You are going to remember it more because you wrote it down. Highlighters, stickers, it helps things stand out for you, and your brain remembers color. That's why on my Google Calendar, I use color, okay? And you can also carry it with you. And I always say use a pencil to erase. So Retta says I schedule in my head. I do that too, and then I forget, and I'm like, oh crap, I said I would be there, and then I didn't. I'll tell you guys also, I have timers and reminders on my phone. Like I have a 15-minute before this show starts, just so I don't forget, or I get occupied doing something else and I have this squirrel moment where I'm like, I'm supposed to be doing something. Oh crap, it's Tuesday, right? Because the kids were out of school today, so it totally messes up my day. And we've been out for 2 weeks, so you get all messed up, y'all. Another option is spreadsheets, notebook paper. Schedule out your week, your month, and your year. I encourage you to look ahead and plan what you want to do this year, okay? If you want to get together for a coffee date and plan, I love it. Let me know. Just like you plan a trip, y'all, think about this. My family and I went to Minnesota in September. We drove, which is about a 12 to 13-hour drive for us. And I made my children, let me rephrase this. How do I rephrase this? I asked my children to sit down with a map. Now we used Google Maps, not a traditional, United States map, but I worked with my children to plan our entire road trip from Casper to Minneapolis. It's quite a trip. And I said, we have to look at all the different stops. We want to stop every 2 hours or so to get out and stretch our legs. And we did. We figured out what we could do in those little towns for maybe 30 minutes. Like you just get out of the car for a little bit, take a picture of something weird and wacky and get back in the car. But getting out every 2 hours, it keeps you like your body doesn't get so much jet lag basically, or car lag, whatever. But just like planning your business to grow, you got to map it out, y'all. You got to map it out. So just like planning a road trip, you want to map out your business. If y'all want to go to convention in August, what are you doing right now to get to convention? What steps do you need to take to get to convention? What do we need to save? What do we need to sell? What do we need to learn about? How do I learn how to become better on Instagram? How do I get better at doing reels? How do I get better at Facebook Lives? Do I want to do Facebook Lives? How can I meet up with my upline? How can I have, what I'm saying is this could go, 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 go. But if you don't map it out, you can't do it. So check that out. But yeah, I'm telling you, that was so fun. It was one of our best family trips. So my oldest brother did that with me when you were young. Awesome, Karen. Becky says, I need to start writing stuff down. Yes. I want to see when you do it, shoot me pictures. Okay. Yes. I need to start planning coffee dates. Yeah, Becky, hello. Coffee. Hey, I like coffee. Y'all should know that. But look ahead for events to set up booths at, events to increase your knowledge, company conventions. I know I've repeated myself a couple times throughout this, but that's what I want to share with y'all. When you invest in yourself, you will grow personally, but so will your business. Knowledge, the more knowledge you have, the better you will do. Company conventions is freaking insane and so amazing. But one thing I like to use is mind mapping. If you've used mind mapping before, say yes or mine down below if you've used this. And this is one I got off of Google, right? I've done these before. Mine are a little complex and they get a little crazy. But basically what you do is in the center where it says mind mapping, and we could do a training on these because these are fun. This is stuff I love to do, is put something in the center, like let's say convention, right? So you put convention in the center, and then off to the side, you write planning. How do I get to convention? And then you write all these little legs, these little mind sparking highways. How can I get to convention? How much is a hotel room? Well, hell, if you don't know, get on Google and see what a hotel room costs right now to stay at the MGM from the first week of August. It's usually 5 or 6 nights, but choose 6 just to be safe, right? So you're above than what you need, right? And then figure out how are you going to get there? What's a plane ride cost? I'm driving if anybody else wants to go this year. Anyway, stay away from those planes. But if you're going to fly, if you're going to drive, if you're going to have a carload of people, or if you know what I'm saying, guys? I'm telling you, that's how this sparks. And you just go and draw your own line. What's the benefit of going to convention? Who can you collaborate? This one's actually pretty good for convention if you think about it. What's the productivity, creativity, all of those things, y'all? Okay, so mind mapping is super fun. Search that out if you want to do it. But start small and try one thing for 30 days, okay? Now, we covered lots of stuff. If you can start one thing by just buying a calendar, right? They're all out everywhere, right? Buying a calendar or trying your Google Calendar and scheduling just what you got this week. and then try for 2 weeks, and then look ahead a month, and then say, okay, well, I'm finding consistency here. Tuesday night, Jen has trainings and I want to be on there live, 6:30 or 6 p.m. to 6:30. Hopefully I'm not keeping you too long. Excuse me. But practice gets you there. Practice gets you there. I love the planner calendars. Me too. Oh my gosh, Retta, I'm a calendar. I was going to say calendar whore, but we can laugh. Calendar junkie. I love calendars, but what I have found, actually, there's one right here that's really cool. Is this? No, I have so many, but I had found I never used them. So what I have found is what works for me, and what doesn't work, and it's hard because I like to have stuff in front of me, but I like to move things easier. So I don't know. I love calendars. I'm addicted. So here's a couple action steps to help you out. This is our weekly action step. Do you have to do these? No. Should you do these? Yes. This is try something new. Each week we will post these throughout the new year. And it's just an incentive to try something new. If you're in our team group, post the thread below. I will double check that this one got posted because my scheduling, I'm off a little bit, but is post silver set. So new year, silver, shiny, kind of like New Year's celebration. So New Year's, new shiny stuff. Post your 3 sets, tag me in your 3 sets, y'all. I want to cheer you on, okay? This week's letters, for those of you that are doing this, is A and W. If you haven't heard of this, oh my gosh, this is so exciting. So each week, and we're starting a brand new year, so this is cool. Each week, you have 2 different letters of the alphabet, and you go by the last name. So Retta's last name is Johnson. So whenever it's Johnson, I can't say always because it's not true. I try my best to reach out by a text message, a phone call, or at least posting on Facebook or sending a card. I love to send snail mail, so I've been doing that for a couple of years. But what you want to do is during the week, this week is A and W, okay? And it is anybody that shopped with you, friend, family, coworker, anybody that pops in your head that their last name is W. Wirtscherschnitzels, Carrie Apple, I don't know, right? Is find them on social media, send them a, oh, I loved your dog, or comment on their post, or send them a personal message. Maybe they're not on social media, so send them a text message, okay? Extra steps is to call them, okay? Other steps are to send a card in the mail from the dollar store, or send out cards or anything like that, but just to reach out to them and say, hey, I was thinking about you. That's all. I want you to have a great day. You're on my mind. I got to call you. But we will do this each week throughout the entire year. And if you follow this system, you will have contacted your customers, whether they shop with you or not, y'all, 4 times a year. Now, you may not think that's a lot, but think about how many times you've contacted them in the last year if they haven't shopped from you, or you haven't seen them on Facebook, because Facebook changes who we see every day, right? But I think about my neighbor. I see her basically on her birthday because we share the same birthday month. And we get a text that says, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday. So I'm like, hey, coffee? She's like, yeah. But I was like, no more. You want to reach out at least 3 to 4 times a year, whether it is about your business, whether it's just to keep your relationship going. It does not have to be anything big and crazy. It can just be a, hey, Retta, I was thinking about you today. I hope your day is amazing. That's all. See you later. Retta's going to go, well, thanks for thinking about me. So try it out. Try it out. All right. I'm about losing my voice. So I do have, I did create, let me rephrase that. I did create some personalized business time chats. If you want to get together, these are my dates. If, like Becky, I didn't read through the message. It says I'll be in town Monday and most of the day, but shoot me a message. I do still have a full-time day job that I'm working for real estate now. So let me know what days you might be in town, and I might be able to move something around so we can have a coffee date or a lunch date. But these times and dates right now are guaranteed. If you want to snag your spot, I've put these in my calendar. But if nobody calls and schedules, or nobody says they need these dates, I fill them up. So let me know, okay? What's on my calendar? I fill it up. So this is our week month-long training we got. Next week, we are going to talk about mailing tips. I will tell you, I had a chat with one of our team members, Karen, and we talked about the Paparazzi Premier website, and we also talked about scheduling. So I might slip those in somewhere because there are some interesting stuff that we need to learn about. And if you have not checked out the Paparazzi Premier app yet, I want to say maybe once a month, we'll just have nothing but that app and learn about it and ask questions. But if you have another topic that you want to cover, let me know, and I'm going to fill them in. It probably won't be on a Tuesday night. It'll probably be on another day that I have open time. And we can get those tips covered, because we can learn together and cover this stuff, because it is a learning, and we all learn together, better together, right? If you have not yet, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I do want to say thank you so much for tuning in. What else? I do have, you will get a recap email tomorrow as long as I can upload the video to YouTube. But in there will be the links to YouTube, to our Facebook group. What else? There's something else, but there's a few things in there. Check it out. If you have questions, respond to the email. If you have other team members, you can invite them to this group to make sure they are in and got moved over. Anybody is welcome to be part of this group because we can learn together. No matter what business you're in, we're going to learn together. If you have any questions, though, shoot them out. Does anybody have any questions? Becky says, I didn't, and it's a fun way to see what I have. Yes. So the Paparazzi Premier app is definitely cool. And it basically, I do have one thing. So hopefully if you guys have to go, I get it. But so the Paparazzi Premier app. Now, when it came out, I'll be honest, I thought it was an app. I'm like, oh, we got an app. Like customers are going to be able to shop this app. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. But it's a app website. Now, will it become an app someday? I have a feeling it will, but I don't know that. Okay. But I'm going to tell you what. 2 years ago, maybe it's been longer because time flies, right? 3 years ago, it was before Rona. So 3 years ago, I created a GoDaddy website, and I sat and I put my inventory in this website. I am a little dyslexic and I screw stuff up. Yeah. It was tough and it was overwhelming. So when Paparazzi came out with this one, I'll be honest, y'all, I was hesitant. I was like, I don't know if I want to do this. The other one was a lot of work, and I've been selling for 11 years. I have a pretty cool inventory setup and system I've been using for the last 2 years. So I will be honest, I'll be the first one to say I was hesitant. But as I started going and playing with it, it's so quick and simple. It is. There's some things to learn, and it's okay. But the more you try it, the more you do it, I'm telling you. If you tell your friends, if Becky's at Becky, are you still at McDonald's? If Becky's at McDonald's and the girl next to her is like, Becky, what do you have for black rings? She can pull it up and say, this is what I got. What do you want? She doesn't have to say, I'm going to go home and take pictures and send you pictures. No. And here's a big one for me. What if our main place where we sell, Facebook, takes it away and we can't use it anymore? What are you going to do? Right? That's what I think. And I don't know, I'm always a CYA person. But yeah, if you're standing in line at Walmart getting to check out and someone says, oh my gosh, those earrings are so cool. Say, guess what? I have so many more. Let me show you. And you go and you pull it up. It's worth it. It's worth the time to learn and to figure it out. And it's really not super hard to figure it out, but it is a learning experience. Now, I will tell you, in the back office, Paparazzi, when you log into your account, go to your back office and click on it. And she has videos, and you can watch the videos, and it might be a little easier than learning from me, but you can watch the videos, pause and stop, and do it on your phone or your device, and check it out, guys. So check it out. You sent out your first invoice. Awesome. Yes. Love it. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I have a wonderful evening. If you have any questions, that was almost a fly, I think. We can't have flies in January. Have an amazing night. We'll see you all soon. Bye, everyone.